Hello everybody, it's Anne from Anne's Stampin' Up. Welcome to another quick card making session today. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Simcoe in Ontario, and if you live anywhere in Canada and you don't have your own demonstrator, you can shop with me. You can reach me at stampsandtea@gmail.com, or my demonstrator website is stampsandtea.stampinup.net. So welcome everybody. Today we're going to have a sneak peek at some new products from the Celebration catalogue and the January to June mini catalogue. This stamp set here is called Sending Support, and it's one of the free stamp sets you can choose if you wish. If you spend $60 in any of the other current catalogues, you get to choose a free Celebration item in between January the 5th and February 28th. This is a lovely stamp set. It's called Sending Support, and as I say, it's free if you spend $60. Another one of the items that you could select is this beautiful package of DSP. Now it's called Dainty Flowers, I believe. Dainty Flowers, and it's how many sheets of paper? Let's have a look. Well, I don't know. 12 sheets of paper, I think. 12 sheets of paper, 6 different designs, but of course that's 12 designs because they're all double-sided papers. And you know, you've got beautiful blushing bride there and gorgeous little gentle flowers on the back, and you've got some starry sky with what would they be? Rich raspberry. And you've got some fresh freesia, and you've got old olive and mossy meadow leaves on that one. That's a beautiful botanical print. That's nice. Then you've got a couple that are, you know, really nice watercolor designs, and it's got some beautiful ovals on the front that you could use to make a gorgeous card front. This is what would this be? This is old olive on the back there. Just got like a watermark in it, and some beautiful almost emboss resist leaves. And on the front, this sheet of paper is actually this sheet of paper, which you could cut in half to make card fronts, and that's what we are going to do. And then you've got this one, which is another watercolor paper, and it has larger, slightly larger flowers on this. So that's another item you can select if you spend $60 in the catalogue. Now this package of paper coordinates. This is it in the Celebration catalogue, and there is the stamp set. So it's page 7 and page 9 in the Celebration catalogue. But this DSP, or Designer Series paper, coordinates with this Dainty Delight bundle in the new January to June mini catalogue. Let me just put that sort of here. So it's all this. It's a beautiful stamp set, beautiful dies, gorgeous dies to cut out the delicate little flowers and things there. Really a nice stamp set and die bundle. That would be $74.50. If you bought that, you could select the paper to match it for free. So today we're going to make cards using this DSP and stamp set, the Sending Support stamp set. This set of DSP uses a lot of beautiful colors. We've got Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Rich Raspberry, and the last one is Starry Sky. And all of these colors, let me just pull that one out, all of these colors are in the flowers in the set. So taking this one sheet of DSP 12 by 12, I could get 7 cards out of it quite easily. I'm only going to make maybe 2 or 3 today just to show you how quick it can be, but you could quite easily get 7 cards and just use that one sheet of DSP. So this is my sheet of 12 by 12 DSP. I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it straight down the middle, or across the middle if you will. It's 12 by 12, so now I've got 6 inches. Okay, now my cards have all been cut like this. They are 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5, and I cut them all the same, just to make it quick, so that all that shape. Now, doesn't mean to say you can't use your card like this on the side, you know, with the seam, if you will, the fold down here, or you can use it with the fold on the top. It's up to you. We'll see what we can do with the DSP. The DSP, as I say, I'm going to cut it straight down the middle or across the center at 6 inches. Make sure it's nice and straight. And I'm only going to make, as I say, 3 or 4 cards today, so I'm just going to put that piece to one side. I'm going to take this piece and turn it and have a look at it. Now, to make 3 cards, this is 12 inches, I would need a 4-inch wide sheet of paper, maximum piece of paper for my card. So when I'm looking at these colors that I have, there's my rich raspberry. Now that I could cut 2 inches off and it could go down the side of the card as a panel, just like that. And I'm thinking that's exactly what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 4 inches off here, and 4 inches and 4 inches, and then we're going to make 3 cards. So let me just carefully cut my 4 inches. Let me think. My cards are 5.5 inches tall. Okay, 5.5 inches this way. So the maximum I should have for my DSP is 5 1/4. This is 6 inches, so that gives me 3/4 of an inch. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch off the top of this piece of paper first. Whoops. And then I'm going to show you what I'll do with the other side of that paper, because I'm not going to waste it. So we've got 5 1/4 by 4. That'll give us 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Come out there. So that just gives me a piece of plain white paper, but if I turn it over, it gives me a lovely piece of green that I can use for a flash across the middle of the card, or a banner or something like that. So we're going to keep that. This piece I'm turning around and I'm going to cut it at 4 and 4 again. So I've got 3 lovely pieces of card at 4 inches. Okay, for 3 nice card fronts. Oops, that one went there. 3 nice card fronts. Okay, this piece here, I'm going to take it and cut it in half, I think. I cut it down to 2. Now I can make 4 lovely cards just like that. Okay, see if I can. Okay, that might stay there. So now we have to decide which of these 7 cards are we going to use to make the cards. Well, you know what, I think that would go on there beautifully, just like that. Okay, we could put a flash across the bottom, tuck it underneath, something like that. We could just put a sentiment right there on the side. All right, we're going to think about it. So then I'm thinking that would leave me with the crushed curry for this one. But just because this is crushed curry doesn't mean you have to use this. You know, this piece here, the crushed curry piece here. You could put that piece on instead. Okay, this crushed curry piece could go on a green card. Oh, I like it better on the green. I like it better on the mossy meadow. Alright, so let's put that one there. We'll put that one there. What have we got for this one? Where can we put this? You see, this one has hints of the fresh freesia in. That could go right there like that. So there's a fresh freesia. Oh, I've got this one. That is a most beautiful piece of paper, you know. There or there. Oh, I think this one. I think the darker colour. So let's move these three pieces out of the way. Now remember, you've still got the other half sheet of this piece of paper to put on these three cards here. But we're just going to pop them out of the way for now, because we're going to get overwhelmed if we have too many on the go at once. Alright, I've got some pieces of basic white which are for the insides of the card, and we'll stamp on those. I've got my mat here. Let me think. Yeah, that's nice there. That's nice. And these two are nice. These two I'm going to struggle with. I'm not sure what to do with them. Okay. But these two here could just be set right on there like that with a nice sentiment, either stamped directly onto the paper or put on a flash or something. I have a lovely punch here. Let me close it and we'll see if we can see it a little better. Lovely punch here, and it's called Treasured Tags punch. It's one of those multiple punches, you know. You've got two punches that you can punch. It gives you different shapes on the ends, and you can punch 3 different sizes out of each. So really you've got like 6 punches here that you could use, and they would be a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, or 1 inch wide, each of them. All right. We can stamp and punch those out and line them up when we're done. Okay, so I think what we'll do, I think we're just going to play this by ear. I like all of these just as they are, like this. The only thing I might do, when you think about it, let's have a look at a piece of Whisper White behind that. Come on. Do I want to put a piece of Whisper White behind that? No, I don't think so. Do I want to put another colour behind there? You know, we could go, where to put those other pieces? No, that wouldn't work, and that wouldn't work. No, we're gonna keep them plain and simple, and just very little on them. Okay, so let me, and I've also got a scrap that is going to be like the backing for the sentiment. All right, so let's get some silicone pad out here, and let's get some liquid glue going. And I'm not kidding when I say I'm just winging this. This box was delivered this morning with my catalogues and things in, and I just couldn't wait to play with it. So this is this. We've got about 1/8 of an inch, you know. And because we're using liquid glue, oh, let me move that up. Because we're using liquid glue, we've got time to slide this into position if we want to. There's one started. We'll do the same with this. Oops, that was a big gob of glue. Let me see if I can spread that around. I think I've got air in this bottle because I hear it burping every now and again. Do the same with this. We'll put that down there. There. So there's 2. This one we'll put the whole sheet on. Do I feel some glue on the front of there? No. Alright, and there's the last one. There. So there we've got 4 card bases made, whoops, already. So let me just put my silicone mat out of the way and bring in my my foam pierce mat, and we'll stamp a few sentiments. Now, okay, let's take this one. Let's take there are so many ways you might feel right now. And on the inside we're going to say alone is not one of them. Alone shouldn't be one of them. Okay. So for the inside we're going to say alone isn't one of them. And for the front we're going to stamp there are so many ways you might feel right now, and we're going to punch it out. Looks good. I don't know if I like that. I turn it over. Sometimes I'm a little heavy in my stamp pad and I get too much ink in one spot. That's better. There, alone. And this one is going to be punched out for the front of the card. So we're going to put it up here like this. Not loving this ink pad. That's okay. There, so we've done that. So what we can do, we could just move that out of the way. So we've got this piece here. Now I've got about 1/2 inch on this side, but I've got much more on this side, so I'm going to trim it about the same on each edge. I'm going to take my punch and decide which one I like the best. Let's go with the rounded end for this, and I'm going to push this in here, line it up in the slots. Okay, it's not quite 3/4 of an inch, but you can wiggle it here, so on the back, so that you can see when it's sort of lined up in the center. And I'm going to punch that off, and I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing. Line it up in the middle, check it, there it goes. So now I've got that. So now I need a piece that is going to be 3/4 of an inch, and I know 3/4 because this piece here went in the 1/2 inch slot, so this is going to go in the 3/4 inch slot. And where's 3/4? There's 3/4. That should be about straight, I think. Theoretically, this should line up nicely on there with just a little bit around the outsides. Okay, so we're going to punch one end of this, and you see how when I say the first piece was 1/2 inch, this is 3/4. It sits right in the slot for 3/4, and I'm just going to punch the end off. I'm going to keep hold of that piece. Okay, I'm going to keep that piece there. Glue this piece down onto my card, onto here. Like that. And then I'm going to put this piece back on my card just like that, so that I'm sort of lining it up. that. And just for ease, I'm going to take a pencil, if I've got one, and I'm going to just draw a line. I'm going to put that up against the arch there, and just draw a little line kind of there. Cut this off at the line, and then when I put this piece into the punch, it should look exactly the same. It's great in theory. Let's see how well we did. There, see how nicely that worked? That was cutting one end, taking the piece I cut off and putting it at the other end, and cutting off the same amount at the other end. So there's that. So I'm just gonna pop that, you know, we can put that there, we can put it up here, but I think it's just gonna go down here like this, and this is going to go on the inside. We'll put them all together in a minute. We're going to try and do some more stamping and some cutting. I'll get that out of the way. Which one next? Let's try the blue one. We were gonna try and stamp right on the card, and we've got a piece for the inside there. It's quite nice. My shoulder is yours, and good luck. I'm going to pop good luck on the inside there. And that's just a very simple card. And you know, I know it's flowers, but yes, you could give that to a guy as well. You know, it could be a sympathy card, it could be an encouragement card. So for this one, oops, I think we'll stamp courage. What does it say? Courage is being really scared and doing it anyway. There. There. And let's trim this off. Go right to the top of courage. There. Let's go this way. Okay, where's the punch? We're going to do the same again. Yep, that's just slightly less than 3/4. Do I want to do a point on this one? What did I do on the other one? I want to show you everything this punch can do. So we're going to punch this way with this one. And I'm just eyeballing it and looking to make sure that the point on this punch here is in the center of my piece of card. Okay, so I'm going to take this again and line it up so that I get about the same. I'm thinking it's going to be about there. I'm just going to use my scissors to snip that off. There. And then I'll put this in here again. And again, just try and eyeball it and line it up. Now this looks very, very plain to me. I might pop it up on a couple of dimensionals just to make it a little bit different. And remember, these are just quick, simple cards. You could dress them up as much as you wish. You could put a bow behind there. You could put a piece of ribbon or string behind there. There. Hold on, I need to peel that. Sweet. There we go. Courage. So that's that, and then we got a green. We've got the mossy meadow to do. Okay, we're going to say there are so many ways you might feel right now, and it's okay not to feel okay. So this could be a card with a different flash on as well, and we could have, what could we use on here? Where is my crushed curry? so many ways you might feel right now. There, it's okay not to feel okay. I think just gonna cut this off. Just gonna stick that down, and I'm just putting this down here on this piece of crushed curry. Glue off my fingers, and then I'm just going to snip around it. Just using my piece of basic white as my guide. Bring all the cards back. Let's see what we can do. An 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Just going to set that right in the center on the bottom, about a 1/2 inch from the bottom. There. Do them. There's 2. We've got this one. This is Mossy Meadow, and it's got a bit of crushed curry. Now I'll be honest, I think when I'm looking at these cards, 2 of them are beautiful, 2 of them need something else. So for this one I'm going to take, I've probably got a good 12 inches of ribbon, maybe a little more. And I'm going to double it and double it, and then I'm going to make a really loopy bow. So I had about 4 layers of thread there. I just made a loopy bow. That's going there, and that's going to go on a glue dot on the corner there. Just going to snip these so they're all the same length, about. Looks good. Let me show you all 4 cards. It's going to be hard to hold them up here. I think my favourite is this one. I think I do like that. I like where I stamped right on the paper. For fairly quick and simple cards, using a 1/2 sheet of DSP and 4 card bases. These are my own designs. If you wish to copy them, please do so. And if you sell your cards, please put the Stampin' Up Angel stamp on, which just says all the supplies used were Stampin' Up supplies. As always, have a great week. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next week. Bye.